Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the WBO Cruiserweight World Champion Chris Billam-Smith. Chris, how are you ahead of this massive fight for yourself on June the 15th?
Yeah, very good, thank you, mate. Glad we're here doing the press conference. Super excited.
Definitely, mate. Obviously, rematch of Richard Riakporhe. I mean, press conference was a little bit spicy, a little bit cagey to say the least. But kind of, what did you make of that going into this fight?
Yeah, just contradicting himself a lot, which is never. Maybe it's nerves. It's a huge step up for him from the level he's boxed at before. It's in his area, in his his stadium, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it's maybe it was that, but yeah, it was good fun.
Definitely, mate. I mean, this is the second stadium fight of your career. I mean, some fighters are lucky to do it once. This is the second time. I mean, how excited are you to boxing on what is the biggest stage as well?
Yeah, phenomenal. As a football fan, my whole life, like to fight at two different football stadiums for world titles and big domestic fights is a real honour for me, a real honour, and something I'm definitely not, just brushing aside. I'll enjoy the moment and I'll enjoy the night.
Definitely as well. Obviously, this is a rematch. Obviously, I was just saying to you off camera, the first fight was on the first ever boxing card I ever went to, so I've got a bit more of a personal touch with it with this fight here. But do you think obviously where it is a rematch, you obviously know a bit more about him. Do you think that'll play a part in this fight?
No, I think it will play a part in my favour in terms of how much I've developed as a boxer and an athlete since then. Then I think that will be a massive shock for him on the night. But yeah, that's the experience I had in the ring that night. A few mistakes I made, brush up on them. But yeah, but mainly just the growth that I've done.
Definitely. Since that fight, do you think you've got the better wins on your record than him?
Yeah, definitely. Commonwealth, British, European title, world title against a guy who never looked close to getting beat. A good defence against Masterneck, who's been world level, loads of fights, etc. You can't argue with that.
No, you definitely can't as well. I do want to move on to you're one of the stars of the Stable documentary. I mean, one part when I was watching it was kind of the relationship you and Shane have, the trust in each other that you have from kind of coming in for sparring initially, and then now you're at the top of the tree. I mean, how important will that trust in each other be going into this massive fight for yourself?
Yeah, me and Shane have a phenomenal relationship. We trust each other, 100%, and that's when a fighter and a coach have what we have, it's really special because I understand Shane's way of coaching. I understand when to say certain things which I maybe don't feel comfortable with and explain it to him, and he will maybe adapt what he wants from me because of that reason. So to have that relationship with your coach is important. You can't always just listen 100% to your coach and just do what they say. You've got to feel like it's right, and I always do with Shane. I feel like it's right, and we always come out of a really good game plan, and it's just down to me to implement it.
Definitely, and a win on June the 15th. You want to follow in the steps of Ellie Scottney and unify the division as well.
Absolutely, yeah. For me, that Zerda Ramirez fight's the one. I want to fight out in the States against a great fighter in Zerda Ramirez. He's obviously only lost to Bivol, but got to beat the WBA champion, and I get to do two stadium fights, domestic world title fights here, and then unify in the States. Like what a career and what a legacy in my head. So I'm really proud.
Definitely, we look forward to see that. Final one from me, Chris. We ask everyone this question who comes on the channel. When all's said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
What does boxing mean? It means respect. It means discipline, and it means endeavouring through adversity.
Chris Billam-Smith, that is a perfect place to end. Thank you very much. Best of luck June 15th, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.